What is going on, my Aquarian creative collective? So, this is Into the Infinite. I'm Charlie. Very grateful that you're here. Thank you for joining me. So, this is a new series that I'm trying out. I wanted to offer some timeless guidance on the channel. And for me, that means putting things together in terms of creative questions. And today, for the first question we're doing is, where is my creative inspiration hiding? Sounds a little bit different, I know, because it sort of externalizes what may seem like an internal process. However, Spirit has really been delivering some awesome guidance with this, and so I've been carrying it through all of the signs because it's just the stuff that's coming up is really and truly incredible. And the spread I made up after meditating, and then Spirit has kind of taken it in this series of readings and kind of made it Spirit's own. So that's been really exciting and awesome. So let's dive in, shall we? So I would like to invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. All right, let us begin, shall we? So I'm going to pull from the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle because I love this deck so much. Spirit, can I get some messages for my Aquarian, Team Aqua, Creative Collective? Where is their inspiration hiding? I'm almost seeing this like old cabin. Not like, where's your inspiration hiding? In a cabin. That's funny. Anyways, it was very straightforward. Like the universe was like, okay, that's the reading. Okay, bye. Stand up and be recognized. Behold, you are the inspiration you've been looking for. That's pretty beautiful. And this card I especially love. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It's juicy. Trip the light, fantastic. Dance with the universe. Ooh, look at that energy. Dance with the universe. I'm going to clarify with the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot here. So, Spirit, can I get some additional messages here to clarify and also to really dive into this reading for my Aquarians, please? Where their inspiration is hiding. I almost get like the energy that's coming to me for where you are right now at the beginning of the question. Like, if this is you asking the question, I almost feel like you're ready. Like you're ready to go. Like you're ready to dance with the universe. You're like, yep, I got my playlist together. I slept well. I got all my, I had a smoothie this morning and I made sure not to go to the bathroom before I left. That like you're like ready. You're ready. Yeah, I feel like you're ready to take the next step. This can be stuck energy, but the way I'm looking at it is like this is somebody who's hesitating in this instance. As I'm reading hesitating, but then the Wheel of Fortune is here to be like, no, Jupiter's here to say, my friends. It's also Sagittarian energy, so it could be that there could be if Sagittarian in your life, there could be in your chart. It could be to do with the ninth house for you. Spirit, can I get some clarifying messages here for Aquarius, please? Where their inspiration is hiding. Six of Cups. You want all of these? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. No big deal. It's just the moon, Wheel of Fortune, and the sun. Yeah, no big deal. I think that there is this dance between day and night that you've been doing, and I think that you've kind of been doubting something here. It's almost like there's something that's been outside of your grasp. Like inspiration has felt, 7 thoughts are going through my head right now. Okay, hold on, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. I think that this is like the way that so, oh my gosh. So stand up and be recognized. The way that you've stood up and been recognized, this is the sun, this is Leo, this is fifth house energy. This strikes me as very fifth house energy. Also Leo energy. So it could be that you have a Leo placement that has been kind of activated lately or activated by Jupiter energy or, Jupiter transits as well. I'm not sure why Jupiter wants to come out so much, but we're going to keep diving in. But I feel like there's a way that you've connected it, or the way that you've done it in the past. This could also be about a past life that, a past life where you're kind of channeling this energy, and like Dance with the Universe is you bringing the ecstasy and the joy and the bliss of the past lives together that you've had. And it also could be that there's past life impact in your life right now. Six of Cups can also be past life soulmate. So it could be that there's a past life soulmate coming in, or that there's kind of past life timing and you're feeling it right now. And it's almost like what's been in the dark to you is kind of coming to the light. The Wheel of Fortune is a divine timing card. So it's not like, if you're thinking about timing, it's like, no, like it can be any time. It's like when spirit wants it to happen, it's going to happen. But with the transition here, it's almost like, this is like twilight, like that blue, that twilight blue, between sunset and sunset and moonrise, and then moonset and sunrise, right? So it's like this sort of liminal space in between, that I think you're kind of thriving in right now. It's like you're in between projects, and there's a certain way that you're looking back on things. I mean, this could just be as simple as like a 360 when you finish a creative project, right? So I think that is, that's a possibility. But again, it could also be that there's like some past life soulmate. That's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. There's like past life soulmate energy. The reason why, so Four of Wands is technically like the 1111 card. So this can be contracts. This can be, a longer term commitment, as opposed to the fifth house is like, that's like the house that rules like consensual casual sex. And this is more of a seventh house energy. It's sort of a minor arcana variation of seventh house Libra, Empress, Venus energy, as with Taurus as well. So it could almost be too that there's like a way that there's something happening, or a shift is happening in past life energies within you, that are kind of settling down and bringing in this understanding of what you want. Because I feel like you may not, that was on the bottom of the deck. I feel like it may not have been clear. Yeah. Page of Cups. There's definitely someone, there's some awareness. There's someone coming in. Wow. That's very sweet energy. This is really sweet energy. Dang, Aquarius. This is intense. It's like good intense though. Stand up and be recognized. It's almost like what I get from here is that like there's this soul family that's been looking for you, and it's almost like at an airport, or at a busy restaurant where like you've made reservations like this time and place, regarding past lives, and you're like waiting for your soul family, or they're waiting for you, and you have to stand up and be recognized. And I think the way you're going to do it is by being in your bliss here. I think that bliss is the key, which is, so again, bliss is like super nebulous. What does that mean? Oh, it's just happy. Like there's no way to, like, what does that even mean? But I think that being connected with this freedom, this surrender, the tangible stuff would be surrendering to the universe in terms of things that you're trying to control, or that you're trying to make happen. Or it could also just mean doing things that bring you more joy and that adjust your frequency if you're kind of feeling off. Things that kind of bring you back into that place of happiness, that place of lightness, that place of understanding more. This is kind of challenging energy here. Hold on. Yeah, Six of Cups, the Moon, Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, Four of Wands, and the Page of Cups. I feel like this is bringing in, Aquarius. What is this bringing in? You tell me. I just don't know. I'm not really sure. Remember how I said Sag energy? Well, King of freaking Wands. Like, come on. I feel like, where's your inspiration hiding? I feel like your inspiration is hiding in processes that you can't see right now. You can't see these things coming, nor can you see, I mean, you might feel a little defensive. You can't see them coming, right? And you may see them coming, or think you see them coming. What does this have to do with Aquarian's creative inspiration, Spirit? Okay. I think it's giving you greater clarity over spiritual path. I think it's giving you greater clarity over patterns. Yeah. Like patterns, things that you were giving to that you really hated. Whoa, that's weird. Yeah, it's like this stuck energy. It's like you're getting clarity, and this is bringing something to an end that needed to end. It could be that it's not. It could be. I don't think it's like situation or relationship hopping by any stretch of the imagination. The reason why I was thinking about that is just because of the soul family energy kind of kicking things off and then going from the past, so Six of Cups into Four of Wands and onwards into a page. Like it's almost like there's not something that was established already. There's not something that was established already. But I think that this is here because it's like, what is this here to teach you? I think this is sort of bringing together your capacity for love, but also this passion that you've had inside of you. When that happens, we get clear about passion and creativity and how we can channel it into other aspects of our life, right? So if we're blocked in one area, we can be super blocked in another area too, because the processes that we're bringing to one place are the things that we do in another place too. And the King of Swords, the world, and the Two of Swords tells me that there's a choice that you're making to no longer be unaware, right? Like someone's like, oh, I just never thought of it that way. And like, really, they did think about it that way. Like, and I say that is like willful innocence, a sort of play on willful innocence in the way that I did that impression. Right? It's this sort of trope of like, somebody rescue me, and like, oh no, like this damsel energy. Why am I channeling this? Like somebody, no, like that's, you're choosing to walk away from that. And that could be how you've done relationships before, where it's like you related to people in terms of not necessarily survival, but like the way that they could help you, the way that they could, like, relating to people in terms of not like what you can make together and then put into the world, or what you can, or how you can love or give love. And that's not like, you could have done that a little bit, but I almost feel like there's this way that you've been doing relationship before, and that this is kind of upending that and starting a new cycle of sorts. The world is the Saturn energy. The world is Saturn energy. Yeah, I feel like there's, I don't, this is, the energy that I'm getting is that you're not trusting it, which is fair, right? Like it's okay. I mean, and this is the thing too, when we start dating people and getting to know people in that way, we're going to make mistakes. We're going to screw up. We're going to, but I think the key is taking your time so that you're not in this energy, and that you can be more in this energy, because I swear to you, that's how they're going to recognize you. Because if you look at all the lights they're holding, it's almost like you are a light that is supposed to be part of this soul family. So it's almost like you're rejoining the crew. Like on a soul level, you're linking all back up again. And I think that the kings here are here because there's a sort of maturation and a growing up, and a sort of decisiveness that you're bringing to the table that wasn't there before. And it's what is facilitating these knowledges and the sort of entry to these things. This knowing, right? This knowing. Yeah, Page of Swords, this knowing and working with other people, not just in terms of creative collaborations, but I think that this is also working with others towards common goals in new ways, working towards common goals with others in new ways. And I think it's something that is unlocking a part of you that it's like you'd been resisting it before, and it almost seemed like you were trying to turn it off. Like you were trying to turn it off before. But I think you just have to lean into, the path and where you are, so that like that's what becomes accessible to you, right? Four of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups. I think that you have to release this kind of old way of doing things. You have to release this old way of doing things. And Aries was on the bottom, Emperor. There's also, side note, Aquarius, there's a lot of major arcana cards here. So this, I think, is kind of a big daddy Saturn lesson. We're going to pretend that I said it like that, or we're going to forget that I said it like that. Ooh. But anyway, I think that this is sort of like a big lesson for you. Big time. Devil, Hierophant, Emperor. And I think a lot of this has to do with releasing control, right? They almost look like different variations of one another. right? The devil is in the same pose as the emperor, or the Hierophant, sorry. Same kind of pose as the emperor. Different sources of wisdom. One comes from patterns that aren't healed and that you're sort of relying on in this way of like a wounding. Like I'm thinking for some reason, Chiron and like the unhealable wound, like patterns that just keep showing up, right? Chiron was a centaur. Chiron also had this wound in his leg that would not heal until he did. Anyways, but I'm getting this sort of like primal wounding from childhood or things like that. And this tells me that there's like a tradition aspect to it. Not that tradition impacted this for you, but you've been hiding out in tradition and it's been acting like a band-aid and allowing you to stay in control. It's been allowing you to stay in control, but it's showing up more in reverse, which leads me to ask, has it really kept you in control? My Aquarian collective, has it really? Um, has it really kept you in control? Yeah, I don't think it has. No, no, I don't think it has. Is love the creative inspiration here? Knight of Cups. Spirit, is this like a fleeting love? Is what kind? Tell me more about this for my Aquarian collective so that they can understand. Well, it's coming in fast, and I get the feeling the Fool is Uranian energy, which is the 11th house, and that's like more friendship. So I almost get like foundational, like foundation building energy here. Yeah, foundation building vibes. Knight of Swords is quite fast moving energy as well. So it's almost like there's going to be this need to balance for sure, because I'm seeing cards come out that are like slow and fast and slow and fast. Like there might be a way that you want to do things, but slow and steady is what's going to stop the heartbreak. And this is also like, if you're not in relationship, this can just be about creative projects, right? Like finding something that absolutely lights you up is all of this energy here. This doesn't mean that someone's coming in necessarily if you're not wanting that, right? If you're in a relationship, because tarot tends to be so lovey-dovey, and I mean, I'm a smush, so I love it, but like, I think that these energies here are very relationship oriented, but this can also just be about finding something that lights you up. Like I think about someone in retirement, right? Someone in retirement finding a second career, finding 1717 on the time, finding a second career, finding something that just like absolutely blows their mind in terms of how it made them feel alive in a new way, right? King of Swords, World, Two of Swords, High Priestess, Page of Swords. Like this is all mental energy that's being expended. And, you know, that shift away from the way you've always done things, having kind of left you without that certain command over the world the way you want. And not command, I'm thinking Emperor is like command of yourself and your skills, right? Emperor is the culmination of all of the kings of the suit. So King of Pentacles, value, swords, thought patterns, and being very much clear and unburdened by thoughts, right? And then you have the King of Cups, which is emotional integration and healing. And then in addition to that, you also have the King of Wands, which is passion and inspired momentum, forward movement, right? So I almost feel like it's left you with a sense of command over yourself, but the legacy that you want to leave in the world, 1818 on the time, is not it's inaccessible to you. And I think that the wisdom that's coming from this is shocking you a little bit. I almost feel like this is you holding the light up, right? Like, I think that this is how, again, I feel like there's like parts of your soul family that are looking for you, right? And it's like you holding up the light. You holding up the light could be the tower, right? Hanging on to wisdom and being unafraid to shine your light is the tower that's what could bring in the tower. That's what could bring in the tower. That's what could be the tower. It could also be what people don't expect, right? That's where this kind of bridge to this soul family could be, is doing something that people aren't expecting. And that's how they find you. That's how people find you. Yeah, that was on the bottom, but that's the Page of Pentacles. That's how people find you. And it's the moving away from the way that you've always done things before, thinking that that is going to get you creative gains or creative momentum or movement forward. Yeah, these like knights, these court cards. Aquarius. Yeah. Defensive. Your card. Hanged Man, Chariot, Fool, Two of Cups. Yeah. What just went through my head was big love, my friends, big love. And it could be big love for what you're doing, right? You could just be stepping into this new phase of a career, of a creative project that you're working on. But the number of love cards here, Aquarius. I mean, it's like I try to say, like, oh, in case, it's not about love, then I get like the Knight of Cups, and then I get the Two of Cups and the Fool with your card. I'm just like, I feel like Spirit has a message. And it could be about self-love. This could be about integrating creative energies within you, or integrating emotions, like working on things so that you're clearing blocks that allows things to come in, and allows it, like honors the part of you that is a container for good, right? Because you're allowing things to flow. But I think that there's a way that you're kind of like, you're super duper not trusting things coming in right now. And I think this is like, you have to heal this. And the way that you're doing it is by kind of putting things on pause and then go. Like, this is where it's like the slow energy, right? Slow is actually fast. It's the most ironic thing in the world. And my ADHD ass is being reminded of that now. And it's been reminded of it in the past, that like slow is actually fast. Putting things on pause and, working to King of Swords your way through the illusion of Neptune energy that's very dreamy, and it's you can almost lose yourself in it, right? You can lose yourself in the fantasy of what a project could be, or a job could be, or a person could be. And when you try to move forward, it makes you feel a little bit foolish, or the other side of that is that, you see what exactly, like, you're getting clear here about what's on offer. You're getting clear about what's on offer. You're getting clear about what's on offer. And I think that so Neptune and Uranus are those two cards are kind of considered, or planets, I should say, are like the outer planets. When I think about my chart, I was like, oh yeah, I have Neptune in Pisces. No, it's in Capricorn. I looked at it again and I screwed that up. But anyways, the Jupiter in Pisces, Capricorn, Neptune. But these two cards here, I'm getting that they sort of bookend this forward movement. And the reason why I'm thinking about these is that if we think about the planets as sort of like realms, right, that connect us to different ways that we can journey through our chart. And this could be, different, this could be different journeys that we take in terms of soul retrieval, or things along those lines. But Neptune energy is this sort of like dreamy energy that is this ideal, this high vibration of like divine love. Venus is like material, it's like 3D love. Neptune is like 5D love. And then you have Uranian energy, which is quite... it's sort of the more mysterious side of things, but it also sort of invites you within. But these two energies connect you to the celestial realms. And that's where I feel like this kind of soul family is coming in, right? So it's almost like I feel like you're dancing with these planets. You're dancing with the planets, the outer planets within you. And not in a way that you're losing yourself in, but that's deeply grounded, because this is root chakra energy to me. So it's like deeply grounded energy for you. And I think that that's what's allowing you to meet someone where they are. And like, it's like this equal exchange of love, this balance. And this could also just be like getting connected with your why, right? Neptune and Uranus bookended by the Chariot energy. So Cancer energy, which is fourth house in the moon, which we already have here in the spread. But it's like, this is kind of forward movement energy. And I almost feel like this is like what I'm getting here. This is like a deep ass reading, Aquarius. Oh my gosh. I'm not annoyed by it. I love it. But it's just, this stuff it's like coming through so quickly. I almost get that this with the fourth house is like ancestral energy. Like, I'm getting like ancestors are really with you right now as you're navigating these like celestial outer planets, and integrating the wisdom of them, and the healing of them. And I think that that's what's allowing for a much more balanced and even exchange between these energies that are coming in, or that you're wanting to work on. And again, I like, even if it's not love, I feel like there's soul family that you're going to recognize that are coming in like quick, but they're not coming in quick in a way that is going to throw you off balance. I think that you're the hermit, and you're already out of the tower. I feel like the tower is happening or happened, or you're outside of the tower before it hits, like before it crumbles. And that's sort of the wisdom that you're gaining here, is like stepping back in order to step forward, right? That back forward. I'm just going to pull a couple cards here. I realize the reading is a bit long because, again, the information's just been like, woo, flowing. Spirit, can I get some energy from my Aquarian Creative Collective here, please, and thank you so much. Page of Swords, again. Page of Swords, and then up here is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords. So I feel like you have a few ideas about this. I'm hearing a little birdie told me. So it could be that you are, you know, that could be one way that you speak to Spirit is through, it could be that you're speaking to Spirit through nature or through the elements, through animals. And that's sort of like the source of your deep connection. Yeah, Eight of Swords. A lot of mental conflict, though. A lot of mental conflict. Yeah. I feel like you're moving past it, though. Seven of Wands, that defensiveness again, right? Judgment. So you are calling judgment on this, and judgment is Pluto energy, which is like transformation as well. Chariot again. I feel like honestly, I feel like Spirit is now like trolling me with the cards because the message already came out. So now Spirit's like, haha, it's just going to be the same one over and over again. So I think that there's a way that you're sort of moving away from this conflict through this entire process. And I think it's going to be a little bit gentler than you think. You know, the Tower is here, so that can kind of make people balk at that a little bit. And also the number of major arcana cards here is, that's amazing for you. What I'm seeing here, though, is just sort of a gentle healing process, right? The Chariot can be it's like charge forward energy that moves really fast. But I think that this is sort of that nourishment, the Cancer energy of the fourth house in the moon, as opposed to the charging forward. Like in some ways, I feel like the Chariot, what I heard was Mars, but Mars is more the Tower. And I mean, the Tower is also Pluto, but I think that there's a way that this is sort of that more nurturing healing. So if you're kind of afraid, I think it's important that you're clear on the fact that the things that are happening right now are not going to, like, they're going to happen in a way that makes you feel like Spirit's giving you a bit of a hug as opposed to shocking the hell out of you. So I'm going to pull some cards, Notes from the Universe by Gabby Bernstein, my dear Aquas. My Creative Collective. Spirit, thank you so much for this reading. What other guidance can I give to Team Aquarius here? I don't dance around the perimeter of the person I want to be. I step in fully and completely. Well, shit. Dance with the universe. I'm going to read that again while you look at this card. I don't dance around the perimeter of the person I want to be. I step in fully and completely. Whole people attract whole people. Healed people attract healed people. And this is not to say like, oh, if you attract a narcissist, it means that you're like, no. I'm not talking about that crap because trust me, I've done the narcissist dance and no, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about this being when you step into yourself fully. That's, I think, this idea of your soul family being able to recognize you, stepping into that energy, right? That's when they'll see you. That's when they're going to see you. And I think that in some way this has already been happening. Like I don't think this is total news, but I almost feel like there's been this like pushback, like you've been resisting it. I'm going to pull Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection. This is the Mike Dooley deck. Spirit, can I get some additional messages for my Aquarians, please? If they loved you, they still do. Saturn. This is almost like, this is like world vibes here because of the Saturn in the background. Thanks for every single time you've ever fell in love. Whether or not it was obvious, whether or not it lasted, and whether or not you were loved back, it changed everything. Actually, you're always loved back. You changer the universe. You're always loved back, Aquarius. This is so freaking past lifey. If they once loved you, they still do. Spirit, can I get one more here? Wow. Like the energy here, Aquarius, is like intense. Like I'm an Aquarius and I don't know where the hell this energy is coming from. So there's an Aquarian out there that this is applying to that's like, dang, this is amazing. This is amazing. You're being watched by loving eyes. Yeah. Soul family. That's instantaneously. You're being watched by loving eyes. What if you're actually an ancient gladiator of love and joy, past life, who agreed to visit Earth during these primitive years to spark some new thinking, share a few smiles, and help others discover they too are awesome? Just saying. The universe. P.S. Up for a joust? Of course, with rubber thingies. Oh my gosh. Just putting it out there, but this is some past life shit right here. I haven't had a reading like this happen like ever. So where is your creative inspiration hiding, Aquarius? I think it's something to do with unlocking a past life. This could also be energies of past lives that are coming back to you, that are returning. And I think that the key here is to let towers fall because you're already outside of them, and remember to be yourself. Being yourself, what does that mean? That means being in your bliss, being you unapologetically, feeling it all. Remember, the point of happiness isn't to, it's not to, like, the point of life isn't to be happy. This is a Glennon Doyle quote-ish. The point of life isn't to be happy, it's to feel everything. Feel it all, work with it all, because I feel like that's going to be the gateway here to transcending resistance for you, transcending barriers. So very quickly here, because this reading is really long already, signs and houses. So we have the moon, that's Cancer, that's fourth house. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, and ninth house with Sagittarius. The sun we have here, which is Leo, and fifth house. And then we also have the world, which is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. So you again. So the world is Saturn energy, and then we also have the High Priestess, which is the moon energy again, which is Cancer. We have the Devil, Capricorn, and 10th house. Hierophant, which is the Taurus energy, and that's the second house. Emperor is Aries, and the first house. Tower is Scorpio energy, and no, Tower is I'm having a moment here. Tower is Mars energy, and that is Aries house. Aries in the first house. Hermit is Virgo in sixth, and then we also have the Aquarius card here, which is the 11th house, and sort of Saturn, Uranus. And Hangman, which is Neptune and Pisces. Chariot card, and Neptune and Pisces, so that's the 12th house. The Chariot card, which is the Cancer card and the fourth house, moon energy. And the Fool, which is Uranian energy, which could be Aquarian or Saturn and Uranus. Why do I share these things? Because for some folks it resonates, and that helps them to place how this might be placing, or how this might be rolling out in their life relative to their chart. Because this is really intense. I feel like this is a big reading for somebody. So yeah, Aquarius, yowza, this is awesome. If this resonates, feel free to like and subscribe. And honestly, if this actually ends up becoming a thing, tell me in the comments. This is amazing. This is actually really cool. Yeah. Anyway, there are other ways to connect with me on the channel through daily readings, monthly energies, and things along those lines. So please do. And if this is where we part, Aquarius, I hope that you have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are on the time-space continuum. Have a good one. Bye.